All right, heading into warmer weather, you might be looking for a restaurant where you could eat outside. It's the #1 requested spot when you go out to eat this time of year. Well, there is actually one spot we've been hearing a lot about that might not be on your radar.
So in this month's Dine and Dish, we sent KSL Nightside's Ethan Millard and Alex Curie out to Moochies, where the meatball is king.
You know, since we've started these restaurant reviews, we've had a lot of people say, hey, you got to check out this joint or check out this place. Moochies has been at the top of the list of a lot of these folks saying, check it out.
We don't know anything about this place except that they have a sign that says, great food.
Okay, I'm gonna do the Philly cheesesteak, the 6-inch.
Okay. Mushrooms or peppers?
Mushrooms.
Meatballs and the Philly are our main items.
And I'm gonna do an atomic meatball.
6-inch or foot long?
Foot long.
Okay, we're gonna take our meal outside. Apparently that's a cool thing to do. It's great. You can get jalapenos. You can get about 10 different types of peppers here to put all over your sandwich and make it extra tasty. Oh, plus they have this. It's the jumping jalapeno sauce.
Are you kidding me? This is lunch and dinner. What this is.
I don't think he's gonna regret this at all.
Okay, this isn't too bad. I thought it'd be, yeah, okay, this is good.
That's a meatball right there. That is a meatball.
Nobody wants to see that. You holding up a half-eaten meatball between your fingers.
Look, if they're gonna come here, they're gonna get dirty. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not gonna be a pretty meal. Now, at this restaurant, they actually have a place, because at the end of the meal, you're gonna have a lot of stuff going on here. They have an actual station to help out guys like me who get extra messy. It's like new.
They finally cleaned up here now. Ethan and Alex of KSL Radio's Nightside Project join us here in the set.
I don't think I've heard Ethan be that quiet for that extended period of time. You were busy eating.
It was amazing. I'll say one thing about Moochies. They can do a great sandwich.
Yeah.
I ordered the atomic meatball, which is their signature meatball sandwich, stuffed with feta cheese and jalapenos.
How big was that? Was that a foot long?
Yeah, it was a foot long, but
it was like a foot wide too. I mean, there's food in there. I mean, when you open it up, it was like a, and like I said, it's like a whole Italian meal. You know, when you get the bread and everything on there, and then you soak it up with the bread at the end of the meal. That's like all that in that sandwich.
It's amazing. And here's the thing: as messy as it was, I still think about that sandwich. I'm still thinking about it.
I still got some in my beard for later this week.
You're still tasty.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the beer didn't help there. Good thing synchronous between that station.
This place sort of looks like a little, sort of like a hole in the wall, kind of little lesser known place. Or
it's an older place. I mean, it is a smaller joint, and they've got the house actually next door is used for overflow seating.
They kind of have a couple buildings combined,
right. But they've got a big patio on the outside there too, and so it's a fun little experience, and it's very snappy service and
moves fast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get into the ratings here. Should we jump into it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna start with food. Is it gonna start with that?
Yeah. Absolutely tasty, and the Philly cheesesteak was legit. I mean, the bread, you'll ask people who go to Philadelphia and they'll say, oh, the bread is the key to this. It's that really good Italian bread, crunchy, soft, and chewy on the inside. It was really good. I thought the food tasted really, really fantastic. We gave it a 4.
Yeah, but I felt the same way. I think it's definitely justified the 4, and I'd like to go back to try the other items on the menu.
Yeah. Atmosphere, it's a cool place. You're out there on the patio.
It looks cool.
The house is, has this eclectic feel to it. They got the decorations up, and the staff is very, very snappy. We gave the service also a 4 because service-wise, I mean, our food was up like that.
I was actually surprised. I was really surprised how quickly the food came up. And considering how homemade it really is.
Well, it looks so small. It looks like just a smaller operation in general,
well,
right?
and the kitchen's actually really big, and it's one of those places that just goes really far back. One of those properties, it just goes all the way back, and the kitchen's just working like crazy. And they had our food wrapped up, and it was presented really well. It wasn't like all super messy. It only gets messy when you actually start having to eat it. So.
Let me ask you, because you were out eating like 5 feet from the street. Was that distracting, or was that okay?
No.
Sort of fun outdoor?
I didn't find it distracting at all. 8th South is not a very busy street. It's really big and wide. It's one of those big, wide downtown streets, and I didn't find it distracting at all. It was you feel like there's lots and lots of space around you, and it was actually really pleasant.
So overall, final rating?
A 4. We gave it a solid 4, which is one of the highest we've given so far, because the food is king when it comes down to it. But the cleanliness was good. You're eating outside, so there's sometimes, other people just left their table. There might be something out there. I think we gave cleanliness a 3 or something like that. But
well, really the 3 was for the fact that it is kind of a hole in the wall. A lot of people prefer clean lines and very new and very modern. That's the only way they're going to eat out.
This is not that at all.
Right. This is what it is, and they're not pretentious. They don't try to pretend the restaurant is something that it's not. It's a good place that serves good food. They know how to do it. They know how to do it quickly. They know how to deliver. It's not a place that's going to, host an art show or anything. But it's going to be the best food you have.
It kind of looks like Guy's Grub, though. Like, I probably wouldn't take my girlfriend's, no offense, there on Saturday for lunch.
That's actually a really good point. I think it is. It does have that feel. I mean, the 2 biggest things on their menu are the Philly cheesesteak and the meatball. And frankly, we're there kind of during the lunch rush. We saw mostly guys, but we saw girls there too, and with their kids even. We saw people with their kids inside the restaurant, and the menu is actually really long. I mean, for as much as they have the meatball and the Philly cheesesteak right there at the top,
options.
There's stuff you can do.
And here's why you should take your girlfriends, is because one of the things that I got was a brownie. In fact, they showed a shot of
they do
brownies in there.
Dessert, now you're talking my language.
Yeah,
Dessert?
now
okay.
I think you should, even if you just walked in there, ordered a brownie and walk out, I think you should.
Was the brownie good?
Oh, yeah. I was surprised at how good it was, because I was expecting...
Like there was a meatball tucked inside or something.
Yeah.
Well, I just expected if they,
it's a meatball place.
I just thought if they're great at the meatball sandwiches, they're probably not great at the brownies, but they are.
I will say this. It's a little bit expensive for a place that's a sandwich shop. I mean, I got out there with a 6-inch sub and chips and a drink. Very basic. And it was about $10. And then Ethan got the bigger sandwich.
And I got a side and I got a dessert.
Right.
So I walked out with costing a few dollars more. But you know what? It's really worth it.
You're still remembering the sandwich?
You can get a cheaper sandwich. You can get a cheaper sandwich, of course.
And you guys have big appetites. I dare say a couple people could split a sandwich.
Oh,
really, if we're talking about price
the footlong for sure. We actually we shared the sandwich. We did the arm thing.
Cute.
We'll remind you the overall rating was a 4. We got the information on our website. Moochies is located at 232 East, 800 South, as they mentioned. It's a nice little street there. We've got a link to Moochie's Meatballs on our website as well.
Thanks, you guys.
No problem.
Thank you. Have a little stuff right there stuck in the beer.
Flavor Saver.